Still going to watch. Looks like they're on a Huru deck now. Actually, a three faction deck going against the MonoJ Aegis deck that we saw. All right, and I will be getting MonoJ's hand cam here in just a moment. So CaptainTeembro here. Actually, looking a little.
So he was on an aggro deck, but it looks like he's on curses now.
Yeah, so way to negate what we were just saying there, T-Bro. But it looks like he switched away from an aggro deck at the last minute to go more towards a curses deck. So that'll be a little different. How is curses going to play out against MonoJ's Aegis deck here, though?
Yeah, it should be interesting. I think if there's enough Aegis for MonoJ, it's probably going to be difficult for the curses to have much of an effect. But if he doesn't have like the Pearl's choices and those kind of things, I think being able to just keep churning through the deck with the wanted posters and things is probably going to do pretty well for Teembro.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't allow changing of the decks during the tournament. But when I get the deck lists and put them up and prepare them for stream, that's a good 45 minutes probably before we started. So they were able to change them in between there. We just didn't update the list that we had for coverage. That's all. But yes, no change in the deck list during the tournament. So I will get I'll ping him on Discord and get an updated link for the deck list that we can get. All right, so MonoJ in hand has Smuggler, a Temple Shihan, an Unseal, an Emerald Coin, and a Permafrost. So the Temple Shihan, the Smuggler here, pretty balanced hand. You got a little bit of a reaction here as well as some threats. So not a bad hand here.
Yeah, and it looks like Teembro just using the Pearl's choice to get curses out of the deck rather than the second mode. Although I think the second mode could come into effect, but obviously MonoJ specifically using it only for that second mode. I don't know if I guess Permafrost is also a relevant thing to be grabbing from the deck, but I think that might be the only curse.
All right, I do have Teembro's updated deck list here. So I'll work on getting that updated for everyone so we can take a look at that.
He's got a couple sites in hand. I gotta say personally, I think that the site that reduces cost for curses, I can't remember the name. I don't really think that one's that good, only because I think all of the modes are pretty awful. There's not really anything super impacts the board, really. I mean, I think maybe it has Protect as one of them. I can't actually remember what all the modes are, but I remember it being very underwhelming. Protect, if that is one of them, might be the only actually useful one. The rest are kind of bad, and I don't even think that the agenda is really that good either. But if it's just there to reduce the cost of curses, that's probably relevant enough.
Yeah, well, we'll see it. We'll see it here.
Yeah, maybe we'll see it do better than it worked for me. I have not had good experience with it so far.
Yeah, if you're pretty heavy on curses, reducing the cost is impactful. We see that with Garden of Omens with the spells. That's an important mode of that site. So similar, maybe less effective, but like you said, if you're in an all-in curses deck, then it has a similar effect there.
Yeah, being able to play it and then play 2 wanted posters on the same turn, that does look pretty good. So that cost reduction effect is definitely real.
All right, there's an Avograft there. Well, MonoJ does have a 5/3 Flying Aegis. That's going to be tough. Ooh, nice Pearl's choice here to effectively counter
Pearl's
that.
choice. But the curse counters that and still able to draw all those cards.
Nice. Okay. Now, still, does he have a way? Does Teembro have a way to deal with this 5/3 though?
Not like currently.
Now this is interesting. If you're MonoJ, do you just go face with this next attack? Do you just ignore the site completely? Seems like it.
I think now that the Abagraft is down, it's not quite. Well, actually, maybe it is lethal with the. No, the foil would be one short,
It's
wouldn't it?
one short at the moment, yeah.
We'll have to see what Mono J draws here. But I mean, foil coming down is just gonna make that threat even more scary in the air. And yeah, I think you do just ignore the sight. I mean,
You just go,
it's
yeah, go for the face.
yeah, face is the place. And even if it completes the agenda, the Zelia isn't going to have too much of an effect. I mean, I guess could pop the Aegis by paying 4 to put the Affliction on the unit, but at that point the game's over anyway, so it's not going to have too much of an effect.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go face, ignore the sight. That's gonna knock
Yep.
Teembro down to 3 and a lethal swing on the next turn, unless there's something they can do about it.
Well, I think that Kadash Sees All will give him infinite chump blockers, right? Or at least once per turn.
Yep.
Give him a. It's a very small one, but it is a chump blocker all the same. So,
Well,
but I guess the Permafrost will get in the way of that, wouldn't it?
yeah. Well, now with the permafrost, nope, still not gonna do it. Yeah, and that's just gonna be lethal there.
I'm kind of surprised to not see Teembro play the Kadash Sees All there. I mean, he had the power, and it was at least a way to prevent death, but he opted for that play, and that's the game. I think, obviously with the permafrost too much anyway, but he also didn't know that, so maybe, I mean, he must have seen something I didn't there.
Yeah. All right, so that is game 1. It's going to be game 1 there. Let me switch over real quick. If you didn't have a chance to see, we'll go real fast before the next game. But here's the deck list. Was submitted. We just have the wrong one in the file. So this is what we're seeing from the Curses deck. So pretty much what we saw out there, like you said, lots of curses. We got the two full sets of Smugglers, the Shenra Unbreakable, and the Forbidden Rider Outcast as the units.
Yeah, and I think other than the Smugglers and the Shenra, it's pretty much all curses and things that revolve around curses as well.
All right, MonoJ here with a pretty aggressive start.
Shenra is really tough to deal with, and that text with Shenra being not able to curse Adrian,
Yeah,
bro.
that matches up pretty well with what Teembro's trying to do here.
Yeah, and the only other way I think to actually kill it would be Lightning Strike, which also does not work because it's invulnerable to damage on Mono J's turn. So it's a tough thing to deal with. It's actually probably one of the most resilient units that's in the most recent set.
I'm gonna go ahead and play the site here.
Cruelty is going to get rid of Shenra.
Fortress. Okay.
Oh, no decimate. Huh. I guess that makes sense to be down to. Oh, did he decimate?
Oof,
He
look
had
at
to be
that
at 3 to play
endurance.
it, right?
Endurance on the unit that was permafrost. That's got to feel rough.
Yeah,
Knocking
that's
Teembro down
very
to 9.
rough.
Well, I would love to be able to play the Vestige with Harsh Rule for 9, but I think we're a little far away from that.